ऐसा शूट होगा ना, तो उसमें फिर मेरा लीगल भी मारा है, तो उसमें लेडी वाइस लोग उसमें
कैमरा नहीं आ रहा है क्या?
हाँ हाँ फोटो हाँ 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 यस।
क्यों नहीं आ रहा है?
ठीक है हाँ ठीक है ठीक है हाँ 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 हाँ
कैमरा क्यों नहीं ऑन हो रहा है? फिर से रीजॉइन करें क्या?
उसमें सारा फाइलिंग रिटर्न्स कितने रिटर्न के दर
हाँ वही कर रहे हैं, एक सेकंड। जैसी गाड़ी बोल रहा था
मॉरिस भाई सुनना, अपना वो क्विज, वो टेस्ट भी देना है अपन को, वो वाला।
ये जानी गाड़ी
इट्स ओके, बोलिए। We are into consulting, finance and HR consulting, and size is 100. It's very critical because the type of organizations which we work with, so it's very important that our employees are also upgraded and updated. So that's why learning, upgradation, and all it hampers if you are not regularly assessed or monitored. So that's why it's very critical for us to review our employees, handhold them, train them continuously. So we have a KRA KPI system. Anybody who joins us is given a proper KRA job description, whatever we had interviewed for, and then that we assess every 3 months, quarterly, half-yearly, and annually. So every month, every 3 months, self HOD, HR, and management review happens, and then we access them and we give them ratings. And if any suggestions required by them, we give them the suggestions how they can perform better. We take their suggestions also, what is the lacking in their scope of work or job work, and how we can improve it. So we monitor it quarterly for the complete financial year, every quarter. Yes. See, PMS, any organization needs to, according to me, define what is their role as an organization, what is their business plan, and how they are mapping their hiring. So PMS or anything, any job you say will be designed as per the business requirement, right? So if you are in a manufacturing vertical, or if you are in a IT vertical organization, or a finance domain organization, you need to think differently as per your business requirement, and then as per your employee requirement, what is your employee and employee, which we say employee employer connect. So then you need to design PMS accordingly. Since you should have the right targets, you should have right defined targets, access targets, and proper monitoring of the targets, and how you also document it, and how and then after documentation, do you also have meetings etc. with them, so that they are aware how is their improvement plan. So for from my side, it would be the type of organization which you have. You will design your PMS system or processes or policies or SOPs as per your requirements. So there is no nothing as a very fixed structure. जो एक इंडस्ट्री में चलेगा वो शायद दूसरी इंडस्ट्री में ना चले. सो जहाँ पे आप हो आपको वहाँ के हिसाब से उस प्रोडक्ट को समझ के, एनवायरनमेंट को समझ के, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को समझ के, अपने मैन पावर को समझ के, देन यू नीड टू डिजाइन. आप कैसे रिव्यू करोगे?
So, good evening, sir. Maurice this side. So, as you mentioned that you're working in the consulting organization, so I want to ask that how the goals are set in the consulting organizations, like the top down or the bottom up framework follows, or something other.
See, in consulting, we work for various industries and various companies. We do not work for ourselves. Like my company operates and works for around 600 plus clients, right? So
Right.
we need to match their requirement. And since we are their backend solution for all their HR and finance services, so we need to map ourselves, our employees, in their frame of work. So my every employee which is working with us might be following a different structure or a different way of working, because they need to handhold or work for those clients. So it is not very fixed कि हम टॉप बॉटम लेंगे, बॉटम टॉप लेंगे, और बहुत ज़्यादा फिक्स नहीं है. इट विल वर्क एज पर दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस रिक्वायरमेंट. वो हम किस, वो मेरा क्लाइंट कौन है. अगर मेरा क्लाइंट if it is into QSR or restaurant, तो हमारा way of working different होता है, where you have gig workers, where you are paid on annual basis, monthly basis, hourly basis. And if you are working for a different industry, then कहीं पे weekly payments हैं, कहीं पे monthly payments हैं. So then we need to follow those compliances accordingly.
Okay. So one last question from my side. Like, how often the performance of the employees are reviewed? Like, I heard that in consulting, the performance review based is completely depends on the projects. Like, what is the duration of the project? So, is it the project based, like duration based performance reviewed, or in consulting managers calculated it by like annually or semi-annually or quarterly?
See, it is again then the type of organizations which you work with, or if you are talking about an IT company and you are working for an IT project, there you work on a model where you might be reviewed on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, or
Okay.
when the project is getting over. But here we are working on day-to-day basis. Since we follow the compliance, we are working on the compliance and the financial part. So every day we need to map, or every day we need to match their expectations. So somewhere, and then it is how you well you have a reporting system. So that can be you share a weekly report, and you have a weekly meeting. Some clients we have meeting on 15 days, every 15 days, or monthly basis. So it all depends what is your scope of work and how you have defined your scope of work with that client. अगर उस client को रोज मेरे साथ मिलना है, बैठना है, so we define a time where every day he will be having a discussion with our team. And if it is on a weekly basis, we'll do weekly or monthly. So it all depends on what is their requirement.
Okay. Okay, got it, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Mansi this side.
Yeah, Mansi.
Sir, I will be asking you questions on the topic feedback mechanism and communication of your organization. Can I know what type of feedback mechanisms are used in your organization?
See, we have an open system because here, like Uber and Ola, or Zepto, or Quickcom, or a Swiggy, you will see the customer also rates and the rider also rates you.
Mm,
For example, if you
right.
take a Ola cab, Ola driver also rates the customer and you rate the driver, right?
Mm,
So it's the
right.
same way with us. My employees also rate the organization which they are working with because they are directly interacting with them, and the customer, the employer also rates our employees. And then we follow those, as I told you, a quarterly appraisal mechanism, a review system where, but it is all also need basis. If something has to be done, or some trigger has gone up, we need to access it that time only and solve it, because
Okay.
we can't wait for 3 months or 1 month for the month to close. So it's more on day-to-day basis.
Okay, okay, sir. I mean, I would like to ask that is there any tools or is it in written form? Like, what is the medium in which you can take the feedbacks in your organization?
So feedbacks are on mails from the
Mm,
customer side. We have a portal where they can put their feedback. And second, for internal systems, we have reporting structures, we have forms where quarterly you need to fill, and you need to give their feedback then and there. And whatever comes on a day-to-day basis, we try to solve it. How whatever medium we get it through, it might be through a call or a WhatsApp message or an email. So
mm.
we intervene there. Otherwise, for our employees and all, we follow the system where a quarterly review mechanism is there.
Okay. And like, how do the managers ensure that the feedbacks are constructive instead of being demotivating?
So that is the communication part.
Right.
किसी को एक चीज अच्छा लगता है, हो सकता है दूसरे को बुरा लगे. So it is how well you communicate and how well you make him understand, because since we work for our clients, so we need to understand their requirement first and then work accordingly. ऐसा भी नहीं है कि client हमेशा सही होता है, but
Mm,
our employees also matter. So we need to intervene. There, the role of a manager plays a big role, where how well he can understand his team member and the client as well. And then the
right.
communication part, how well we can understand them. Sometimes the clients are also wrong. They might have a very strict deadline, which is not possible. So then we need to intervene and we need to tell them, nahi, aisa nahi ho sakta hai. This time will take some time. That is the specific time. So
Right.
it's both ways.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Divya, you may continue with your questions.
So, sir, I had few questions regarding the performance culture and the employee mindset. Would you describe the performance culture at your organization?
See, if your employees stay with you, so everything is good, right? So HR is how you map your employees, give them the right job, review them, understand their requirements, look for their learnings also. They also be you you must, as an organization, plan for their learning and what all is different is happening in the industry, so they are updated. And others is basically uh, culture. A lot of things you it takes. According to me, engagement is more like not Diwali or birthday celebration. It's more like how well you have conveyed the role of that employee on a sheet, which he understands, and he understands his job hierarchy, where to approach, how to approach when he is not able to do that job. So there is motivated and he stays with you. So it's more on again communication, well drafted KRA KPI, well drafted reporting structure, review mechanisms, awards, recognitions that help you or your employees to stay longer.
Right. So, sir, there might be resistance because not everybody is on board at all times. So, how do you handle resistance or fear, anxiety, all those things when it comes to appraisal?
See, anxiety plays a role when uh, you have appraisal where you are monitoring in on a yearly basis. है ना, जैन अप्रैल से फरवरी तक काम किया, मार्च में अप्रेजल हो रहा है, देन यू हैव अ प्रॉब्लम और यू आर मोर एंशियस टू नो कि क्या होगा. The same way where you have in your studies, if you prepare well for your half yearlies or assignments, then final exam is good. So since we have a quarterly system, since we have weekly meetings, since we have proper communications, since we have a good review mechanism, so these things do not hamper us. And sometimes, as we always say, there is always a uh, good people also. Means sometimes you say, क्या उसको बोलते हैं, when people leave you who are not aligned, so you say a good what is the policy of recruitment, good resignation.
Okay.
So
Uh,
according to me, we follow a G policy where 80-20, 20 people must look for a new role, or we hire 20 people, 20% of our workforce as a fresh blood, so that you have a good rotation. So every year you must encourage some people to join you, where that also gives you a good growth, because they come with some more suggestions, different way of working, which might have, they have learned in different organizations. So they bring those culture values to your organization also. From there, you can learn and you can take points from them.
okay. So, what do you think? How is the PMS system perceived by the employees of the organization? So, like, do they consider it as a development tool, or is it more like a controlling mechanism for them that's monitoring them and their performance and everything else?
See, it all depends what is the structure of your PMS tool. What
Right.
what datas or what inputs you are looking for. Is it only your KRA and achievement? That क्या target था, क्या achieve किया, कितना कम किया, कितना ज़्यादा किया, and then you review and give A, B, C, D rating and
Hmm.
bell curve and then appraisal and then promotions, etc. Or like us, which we follow, where you have you need to give two suggestions in that quarter, where you want that those suggestions should be implemented by us in the organization, which you might have faced in your 3 months of that particular job which you have handled. You need to give two numbers of training requirements which you look forward, where you think that ये होता तो और अच्छा से कर लेते. So we have mapped so many things in our that PMSC. So it's always engaging, and it is where we get more suggestions from them, not only review. And when you have those kind of a structure, then self appraisal is not only the criteria. It's more into department. It's more like an organization, because one person's KRA might dip because not from his only lack. It might be many other reasons for that, right? The complete organization might have not grown in that way, or he might have not got that much of support or financial inputs, where for a department like a marketing department, or they might have not been got the proper budget, or sales department, they might have not got proper packages or proper offers. So that's why or a meeting might was planned in the financial year, that we'll be having two numbers of engagement or meetings which did not happen. So they might have thought कि दो मीटिंग करेंगे हम, कोई अपना शो करेंगे, and we plan that 100 लोग आएंगे, 10 कन्वर्ट हो जाएंगे, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने बजट नहीं दिया, नहीं किया, मीटिंग नहीं हुई, वो 10 लोग नहीं आए. So it should not be given as a fault to that department or that person. You need to understand reason kya tha. It might not be that personal reason, it might be many other reasons. So
Right.
you need to understand, then only you will come to know. It should be judgmental from both employee and employer organization point of view, not only from the employee side. Employee also wants to work. So
Right.
usko proper environment काम मिलना चाहिए, then only he can work.
Right. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Now Shefali will continue.
Hello, sir. I will ask questions that related to real life issues. What are the biggest challenges you face while implementing PMS?
Um, it is not difficulty because we are working on it from the last 5 years. So and we are a 7-year-old brand. So we try to do the processes fast.
Yes.
जल्दी implement कर देते हैं जब लोग कम होते हैं, when you are growing or when you are structuring your departments, hierarchies, etc. Then if you implement few things, that is well taken and it works in a smaller group, and then you can make it in a larger group. जब बहुत ज़्यादा लोग हो जाते हैं आपके और आपके स्ट्रक्चर नहीं होते हैं, आपके पैरामीटर्स नहीं डिफाइंड होते हैं, देन इट गेट्स समटाइम डिफिकल्ट टू सबको बताना. So then you need to educate, you need to have lots of discussions, meetings, how to fill that PMS report, what is the meaning of that structure, etc. So for us it was not very difficult because we were not that big organization, and and now it's auto mode. So the person who joins the next day only is given the KRA, KPI, and also he is now he is used to those that environment of working culture. So it's not a resistance, and it is better how you define them. जब पता चल जाता है कि आपको क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, तो you work more freely और आप अच्छे तरीके से कर लेते हैं क्योंकि वो written है, आपको पता है करना क्या है. तो वहाँ रेसिस्टेंस बहुत कम होता है. जब नहीं बताते हैं और पीपल आर नॉट इन्फॉर्म्ड, तो वहाँ पे थोड़ा रेजिस्टेंस ज़्यादा हो जाता है कि अब नहीं होगा तो कैसे करेंगे, क्या होगा, हम कैसे फिल करेंगे, मेरा तो मार्क्स कम हो जाएंगे, मेरा अप्रेजल खराब हो जाएगा. सो इट्स मोर फ्रॉम द कम्युनिकेशन हाउ यू ट्राई टू बिल्ड इट.
Yes. Sir. So, how do you manage bias, favoritism, halo effects in appraisals?
There is no biasness because every quarter you get monitored, every quarter you get reviewed, every quarter you meet your HOD and HR head, and that report is given to the management. So every quarter it's आपको जब पता चल जाता है कि क्या है, तो आप जाके फरवरी में और मार्च में नहीं देखते हो कि मेरा खराब हो गया था पूरा साल, तो 1-2 महीने ही मेरे पास हैं अपने आप को ठीक करने के लिए. And when the HODs also meets forcefully, you can say all the team members. So there also there is non-biasness. So it's how fast you meet or how well you meet with your team members is also और documented होना चाहिए, written होना चाहिए, तो आपको biasness हट जाता है.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. As you have so many years of experience in this corporate, I have a simple question regarding you that as you follow these so many years, you have seen so many peoples. What trend do people you have seen in trend of loyalty and employee retention?
See, it is all mindset, right? It is all mindset. What you think of, what you think about the organization, what you think about the team members you are working with, what culture, values you have at home,
नहीं
you
पढ़
have
रहा हूँ.
in school, your college, the same you need to have at office. If you are working in office for 8 to 10 hours in a day, minimum 8 hours, and if you do not follow those values, it gets very difficult to adjust. And if you are not having that value or ethics, so you are never the organization will never rely on you. So, and it is very difficult to assess also during the interviews. तो इट टेक सम टाइम. आजकल लोग इंटरव्यू के लिए भी याद करके आते हैं, तो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट क्वेश्चंस टू आस्क, कि वो जो याद करके आया है उसके अलावा भी कुछ बोले तो आप पकड़ सको कि कितना अच्छा है या कितना खराब है. सो इंटरव्यूज प्लेज अब बहुत ज़्यादा वो AI एंड ऑल नथिंग. इट्स मोर HR इंटरवेंशन, हाउ ही वर्क्स ऑन द इंटरव्यू डे, पर्सनालिटी कैसी है, बात कैसे कर रहा है, आंख में देख के बात कर रहा है, नीचे देख के बात कर रहा है, स्केपिस्ट है. Lot of things you need to judge when you meet him one to one. So I never take online interviews also. Everybody has to meet me.
Okay, sir. So thank you, sir, for your valuable insights and your valuable time for giving to us. Thank you from our side.
Dipali, go ahead.
Sir, I have one question. What role does technology play in program management system?
It's related to what?
It's related to technology trends and strategy shift, where means future is going according to technology using. Then how you are coping with personal performance regarding?
See,
Performance
technology only helps you in what data input you provide. It will not have a very different impact, and it is not understanding your behavioral. It's not understanding your personality. It's not understanding many other things which you are as a human being. So whatever data inputs you give to the technology, that only can be you can review or access. So you need to have a very detailed information gathering matrix, where what all data you are looking for, you need to capture, so that when you analyze it or when you work on that parameters, then you understand, are you able to generate the results from that data or technology. So it is how well you have built that tech part, then only you will be able to understand or get the results from it. But technology plays a role where you can have a better review mechanism, you can have a better past data references, lot of data which you have worked in past years on the performance part or on the scope of work or on different parameters. So that helps you in gathering information, but it is all very important how well you have made that platform or that tech part where you are taking those inputs.
Yes, sir.
So you all are from which college? Jaipuria. Okay. So you all are in which year? First year, second year? First year. So after first year, 1 year completed. Okay. So when did you join? Which month? July. So how is the placement and all there? Okay. So we are in Noida. If anybody wants to do some internship and all, you can reach us. If somebody is in Noida, they are here for 1 or 2 months, they want to do some internships, they can work. You can visit our profile what we do, how we do. I'm on LinkedIn. You can look at my profile and then see if there any requirements is there. You can always, because we work, we all are from HR. Yeah. Okay. So we have HR, we have finance, we have legal, we have various departments where we are trying to build this organization as an Indian EY. So how we support the brands in that compliance or tech vertical. Yes, sure. Good luck. Good luck to all.
Bhavya, have you taken the screenshot of the meeting or not? Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your
Thank
valuable.
you so much, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.